Hi guys, so I was going to do a free trade portfolio update today, but I realised not much has changed on my free trade portfolio. So I'm going to do a trading 212 portfolio update instead, because I have added more money to it. I've had a few free shares, and obviously we've had the Apple and Tesla stock split. So what I'm going to do is take you through what I have, what's going on, and show you how much I've made from both the Apple and Tesla shares. If you weren't aware, Trading 212 actually sold off the fractional shares. So I'll show you what happened with that, and then the money that I've got available from this sell, because it happened once the market closed. I'm just going to tell you what I'm going to do with it, just so you don't have to wait for the next portfolio update to see that. But yeah, let's get straight into it.
This moment can always stay here forever.
Okay, so if we start with my invest portfolio, you can see here it looks like it's gone down quite a lot, but like I said, that's because of the Apple and Tesla sell-off. If I look here into my account value, I have £384 and free funds are £196. So that is the combination of the Apple and the Tesla sell-off. So let's look at that first. When I go into history here, all it shows you is the profit that you've made on the sale. So this isn't how much they've sold. The rest of the money just basically went into my free funds. As you saw, that was quite a big chunk, but this was the profit that I made. So this £14.75 you can see here is the Apple split, and then the £40.72 is the profit that I made on the Tesla share split. Essentially, this is just them selling off everyone's fractional shares because, well, I'm not really sure why, to be honest, because free trade managed to do it, where when people had fractional shares, they literally just multiplied their fractional shares to get the new amount, but can't delve into it, I don't really know. But this is what happened, and this is how much profit I've made. So once I've taken you through the positions I have and what's changed, I will then tell you what I'm gonna do with that money. First position, AstraZeneca. I've talked about this before. I have increased slightly on here. So I used to have just the one share, which if you remember was actually a free share from someone using my referral link down below. But now I've got 1.427, etc. So I've added to this position purely because they are a really strong company, and again, I've mentioned before, I think with the healthcare sector at the moment, I'm a strong believer that actually they're going to do really well. They are alongside other companies working on a vaccine, so I just wanted to add a little bit more into this stock. Next one is a new one. I have added Microsoft to my portfolio. So at the moment it's only 0.1 shares, so this is £17.50. I will be increasing this. I think Microsoft is a great buy. I just wanted to get in there early because who knows what's going to happen with this whole TikTok situation, who's going to end up buying it and what that's going to do to the share price. So I just thought at least if I get only a little bit in, then I'll be happy that I haven't missed out too much. But you'll see I've got a few free shares here, and what's going to happen is once I'm allowed to sell them, I'm going to pile that all into Microsoft. So here you go, National Grid, one of the free shares I had. So I am going to sell this once my 3-day period is over. Next is Pfizer. Again, I've had this position before, but I've added to it. So I've actually added just over half a share to the Pfizer position. Same sort of logic as AstraZeneca. They are a slightly more volatile stock, but they do have an almost 4% dividend yield, which makes me really happy. As you know, generally I'm a dividend investor, but my invest portfolio on Trading 212 is more of a growth portfolio. However, with Pfizer, my main sort of reasoning for investing in them was around the whole sort of vaccine situation and things like that. So kind of the dividend yield here is just a bonus for me. Next is Royal Dutch Shell. Again, this was a free share that I'm going to sell, as is Under Armour, and the Vodafone Group is one that's pending. So I actually earned this today and the market is closed, so they're going to process it once the market opens. So in terms of the Apple and Tesla amount, what I'm going to do is, so out of this 196, I can actually transfer 126 to my ISA. If you've seen some of my other videos, you'll know that the funds get blocked for 30 days once you've received free shares and stuff like that. So at the moment, some of those funds are still blocked and I can't transfer it to the ISA, but I am going to transfer the 426 into my ISA, and then I'm going to put £100 out of that into Apple. So I've mentioned before, I firmly believe in Apple. I think it's a really, really strong stock, and I've talked about it in my previous Trading 212 portfolio video. So I won't go too much into it, but I do still want to be invested in Apple despite the stock split and my shares being sold off. So 100 will be going back into Apple. Then £26, the remaining 26 will go into my pie, which I'll show you in a second, which means it'll be distributed evenly. And then the remaining money, I'm basically going to see what Tesla does, because I'm still a little bit unsure about what Tesla's going to do, and I'm going to make that call tomorrow. And if I'm comfortable that the share price hasn't completely jumped because of the stock split, then what I will do is reinvest some of that into Tesla. And then if not, I'm basically going to put it in Microsoft. Okay, so let's look at my ISA now. If you watched my how to use Trading 212 video, you may already be aware of these positions, but if you haven't, let's just go through them. So within my ISA, I've got £333 at the moment. As you know, when I did my last update, the only thing I had in my ISA was realty income. And now I've added a few more positions by creating a pie when I did that video. So let's have a look at what I have in here. And I do have the majority of these holdings already on my free trade portfolio, but at the moment I am investing more into my ISA, so I'm just starting to reinvest. But there is one newcomer which I haven't had on either of my portfolios before. So let's have a look. I have AbbVie 0.13, I've got AT&T 0.44, and you know I'm a big fan of both of these because they pay great dividends and are really strong companies. And then we've got the newcomer, which is Comcast. So as I've said before, I don't go too much or at all into the analysis of why I invest in each company, because there are so many videos out there analyzing stocks and things, and I've asked you guys and you weren't interested in me adding that to these videos. But let me know if you want me to do more detailed analysis of stuff like that. But Comcast I've actually added because of a video that I saw on Ben's channel, and I will link it here somewhere, either up here or down below. And he did a really great analysis of AT&T and Comcast in one of his videos, and really seeing all those numbers and history for Comcast made me realize that they are a brilliant company that I really want to invest in, that I'd never heard of before. So I'm really thankful, thank you Ben, and I will be increasing my position in Comcast going forward. Next we've got Realty, very slightly increased since the last video, and then we've got the two Vanguard S&P 500 positions. So someone did ask me previously, and yes, this was intentional. I've got two of these. They are essentially both tracking the S&P 500, but one of them is in pounds and one of them is in dollars. So it's not a huge difference, but it seems like the performance of them, although it's very similar, can sometimes vary purely because of the Forex rates. So that's the reason I've added both. I kind of wanted to hold the positions both in pounds and dollars. That's pretty much it in terms of my Trading 212 portfolio. I will keep doing these once a month, like I said. I'm pretty sure it's been pretty much around a month since I did the last one. And where there's been not enough updates to warrant a video, like with the free trade one, I will just wait a couple weeks until I've got more to update you on. I will start adding more often to my positions now that I am monetized on YouTube, because essentially the majority of the money from here is going to go into the investments. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video where I will be talking about my passive income for August and doing my first giveaway from my monetization. See you then, bye.